Hello wonderful word explorers. Today we are going to discuss the words trance and mellow. I love these two words because they describe altered states of mind or mood that can be quite wonderful. Do keep watching to discover their riches. But first, subscribe to The English Nut on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook and X. Thank you. This word was suggested by my viewer named Poems and Thoughts. Trance. It's a word that dances on the edges of consciousness. Trance emerged in English in the 14th century, borrowed from the Old French transe, meaning fear of coming evil or passage from life to death, which comes from the Latin transire, to cross or pass over. Today the word evokes a state of deep absorption or a dazed condition, often resembling sleep, but teeming with inner activity. Envision a state where the world fades away and you're lost in a sea of thoughts or feelings. That's trance for you, a mental escape pod to unknown realms. Let's weave the word into sentences. The hypnotist's soothing voice gradually lulled the audience into a trance, making them receptive to his suggestions. Lost in the haunting melody of the violin, she slipped into a trance. The ancient shaman entered a trance, chanting rhythmically as he sought visions for the tribe's future. In our day-to-day lives, trance can be as simple as zoning out during a long drive or being absorbed in a captivating book. It's those moments when time and space lose their grip and we float in the realm of our inner experiences. English novelist Daphne du Maurier wrote in her book Rebecca, "There were people who had trances, and they followed strange laws of which we could know nothing. They obeyed the tangled orders of their own subconscious minds." This is a usage of trance in its more literal sense of an unconscious or hypnotic condition. Incidentally, Rebecca is a bestseller that was first published in 1938 and has never gone out of print. Indian poet Sanobar Khan wrote, "One clear moment, one of trance, one missed step, one perfect dance, one missed shot, one and only chance. Life is all but one fleeting glance." Now let's tune into a different kind of trance. Trance music, a genre that transcends mere sound. It's a gateway to a communal trance-like experience. Originating in the late 20th century, trance music is a subgenre of electronic dance music or EDM. It's characterized by repetitive beats. But here's the twist. It's designed to induce a trance state. The tempo lies between 125 and 150 beats per minute, creating a hypnotic and somewhat meditative atmosphere. It's not just music, it's a cultural phenomenon. Trance music festivals are like modern-day rituals where DJs are the shamanic figures guiding the crowd through a shared euphoric journey. So that is trance in all its glory, from a deeply personal experience to a communal musical voyage. It's a word that bridges the gap between the conscious and the subconscious. This word was suggested by Sarika Deshpande Rizbud. It's a word as smooth as a fine wine, mellow. Let's savor it. When applied to wine, mellow means well-aged and pleasingly mild. Mellow also describes a person who has been made gentle by age or experience. A tough teacher, for example, can become mellow in his old age. When used to describe music, mellow means rich and full, but free from garishness or stridency, like the mellow tones of my grandfather's violin. It can also refer simply to laid-back music. Mellow describes the feeling of being warmed and relaxed by, or as if by, liquor. The after-dinner liqueur made us all quite mellow. It also describes a pleasant mood. Now let's drift back to the 15th century. That's when mellow rolls in, originally meaning soft, sweet and juicy, especially in reference to ripe fruit. The English Romantic poet John Keats used the word beautifully in his 1820 poem to autumn. It begins with the following verse. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness, close bosom friend of the maturing sun, conspiring with him how to load and bless with fruit the vines that round the thatch eaves run. Season of mists and mellow fruitfulness. What a beautiful way to describe autumn. It suggests a gentle transition from summer to winter, a time when the natural world is shrouded in a soft, quiet veil, reflective of the slowing down of life as winter approaches. The word mellow is used here not only to describe the ripeness of the fruits that are typically harvested in autumn, but to also convey a sense of gentle, soothing maturity. Let's use mellow in sentences. After years of fiery debates, his political stance has become more mellow, focusing on dialogue and understanding. The mellow melody of the jazz band set the perfect mood for the evening at the quaint seaside cafe. As the autumn afternoon turned into evening, the mellow glow of the setting sun bathed the landscape in gold. In everyday life, mellow is all about finding those moments of peace and softness. It's in the gentle laugh of a friend, the relaxed ambience of a cozy room, or the soothing rhythm of waves against the shore. American short story writer and essayist Washington Irving wrote, "Sweet is the memory of distant friends. Like the mellow rays of the departing sun, it falls tenderly yet sadly on the heart." Actress Anne Hathaway wisely said, "Mellow doesn't always make for a good story, but it makes for a good life." I guess that's an understanding one gains when one mellows with age. So there you have it, mellow, a word that wraps you up like a warm blanket. Do let me know in the comments section what you thought of the words in today's video. Join me next time for another linguistic journey. Until then, stay mellow and allow yourself to be entranced by the melody of words. I'm the English Nut. Bye for now.